Hello, welcome back to Art and Soul. We've got another fun day planned for you, as always. So today we are going to be transferring our image that we drew yesterday, and we are going to be transferring it to the fabric so that it's ready to go for stitching next time. So that being said, let's check out what that's going to look like and how we're going to accomplish it. So you can see so far I had outlined the inside of my embroidery hoop so I knew what size my image was going to be, and then I drew my image first with pencil, and then once I really was like, yes, this is it, I like it, looks exactly like I wanted it to, you can see I actually outlined it again with a permanent marker. Now you could use pen or anything that's darker. You could even just draw it darker with the pencil. Here's why we want it nice and dark though. Obviously we're not going to be embroidering just our piece of paper. We're going to be embroidering fabric. So we need to transfer this design onto our fabric. So in order to do that, this is what I've found works best for me. If you've got another solution that works great for you, feel free to do that. But we're going to pretend, I don't know if you guys can see on the screen here, that this is my computer monitor. Okay? We're going to pretend that this is not a computer monitor. We're going to pretend that it's actually a window. And so what I'm going to do is put some pieces of tape onto my image, and I'm then going to tape my piece of paper up to a window, just like that. So now because it's on a window, a lot of light is going to be shining through it. Make sure to do this during the daytime when there's actually light outside. But now the light is shining through it. So now what I'm going to do is take my fabric and I'm going to hold it up to my piece of paper there. And because it's nice and dark, I am now going to be able to really easily see these lines and to trace them onto here. If you need somebody else to help you hold this, or you want to get some really good tape on there, we're going to need some like duct tape or something more powerful than just our Scotch tape. But we're going to draw this up. I actually, to be honest with mine, because I knew it was only going to take a few minutes, I just held it up with my hand like this and just kind of went quickly. If it slides a little bit, you know, you can always readjust it and like, okay, it goes right there, and then draw it on. Okay, so this is, by the time I was done, this is what it now looks like, and then I could remove that image from the window. And you can see I've got it on here, and because I first trace the outline of the inside of my embroidery hoop, we know that this is going to fit when it's time to move it onto there. Okay, so that's our first thing that we need to accomplish before our next class, is just transferring the image to our fabric. The next thing that we need to do then is going to be to practice some just basic outline stitches on either just a practice piece of paper, or we can also do, if you've got like some scrap fabric at your home, you can use that too. So that could just be like, maybe you've got fabric left over from a different project, maybe you've got an old t-shirt or a ripped up pair of jeans that were just going to get donated anyway. Whatever you've got, you know, just, this is practice. So whatever you got, go ahead and get that out. Once again, it can even just be scrap paper. You know, it's not quite as nice to practice stitching into, but at least it'll give you the idea of like how to do it, so that next class, once we get to using the fabric, it's actually just going to be that much nicer and easier. So in order to learn the different stitches, I've got a couple of videos here that you can watch. Feel free to skip around and check out, you know, the different ones. There is some overlap between the two different videos. I really like the one that's 10 basic stitches. I think it's really nice and thorough, but I do tend to, I'll watch like maybe a few stitches and then I skip to the next one, because you don't necessarily have to watch the whole thing, but feel free to check those out. And then when you're ready, you're going to put either your scrap paper or your scrap fabric through the embroidery hoop. Let me open this up a little bit and show you how to do that. So basically you've got You know, your embroidery hoop looks like this, right? There's the two pieces. You just unscrew this to open it up. And you put your scrap fabric or scrap paper just so it's covering the whole back side like that. And then you put the top piece over the top. Screw it nice and tight, like that. And then you want to pull it nice and tight too. So it's almost going to be like a drum. You can tell it's starting to get there. But we just want it nice and taut. Yep, we're getting there. Just like that. Oops, wrong way. Make sure we're tightening it, not loosening it. Rookie mistake, guys. Rookie mistake. Alright, I think she's ready to go. So you'll have to watch those videos to get the feel of all the different stitches, but you're going to choose a total of 5 or more if you want to practice with. So, you know, we'll thread our needle. I'm going to do the back stitch here. Having it come through. Once again, the videos will show you exactly what each of these stitches are, or what some of the different options are. You get to pick your favorite 5 or more if you want to. And if you ever have it, I know this camera isn't the best, which is why we've got our videos. But if let's say I come up through it, and I'm like, oh, whoa, that's way off. That's not on the line at all. And take it back down through. Try again. No big deal. Okay. So yeah, I would go through and do the back stitch, or whichever one I choose to do first. Get that line done. Choose a different one. Maybe I do the chain link one and do that next. You get to choose. So we want to do a total of 5 or more of the different stitches just on practice fabric or practice paper, just to kind of get a feel for how this works. And these are going to be more like outline stitches. We'll learn how to do some fill stitches too next time, but we'll just, you know, start from where we're at right now and get ready for us to be able to start actually completing the outlines on our transferred one next time. We'll see you then.